Hello! Today I'm going to talk about scrunchy hair ties. I like this brand because it has a wide variety of hair ties. Now these particular ones are damage free. Basically that means that the back of the hair tie is actually kind of burned together instead of that metal piece that holds the two ends together. The metal piece can cause your hair to get snagged in it, and when you take it out it kind of pulls. Basically it causes you to pull your hair out. You definitely don't want that. They can be uncomfortable when you're wearing them, and they can also leave a crease in your hair if you have really thin hair. I know that it could be a real bummer when you take out your ponytail holder and you have that crease along where the holder was. So this one actually does not do that. That's why I like this particular brand. Also, this is a flat design as opposed to the usual like round design hair tie. Another thing is that this is actually good for big hair. I have a lot of hair. I have to use multiple hair ties. I go through them, they're breaking off, they're popping. These don't do that, and that's really good. I love that they don't do that because I can kind of take one and use it until I lose it, and then I grab another one, and this is a pack of 14 of them. So that, it's gonna last you a long time. You're gonna use the same one, obviously until you maybe lose one or until one breaks, you misplace it. Wear it on your wrist. That's what I usually do. Or you can put it in your pocket, in your purse, wherever, so that you can always have it with you. Again, this is a pack of 14, and it comes on this card. It's just a piece of paper. It's just a cardboard piece of paper, and they're just slid onto this card to hold them, and then this flap kind of holds them in place, but it's not really functional, so I can take it off because these are going to hold up there. And again, it fits 14 of them, and that's a pretty good amount. You're not going to go through that in a couple months time. This pack should last you a very long time. And of course, I like to kind of harbor hair ties just to make sure that I have them around. So I buy a couple packs of them. I make sure to just keep them on me. So this is what you would do in order to use it. You just slide one off like that, and as you can see, it's flat. Like, as opposed to normal hair ties are actually rounded. These are like completely flat. Now, again, I talked a little bit earlier about the no damage design. That will be referring to this back part. So you see how this is kind of like welded together like that? Usually on the original hair tie designs, it has this part, these two pieces are stuck together here with a piece of metal wrapped around it, and it just is very damaging to your hair. You can pull it out, your hair comes out with it. You definitely don't want that, and it can be uncomfortable up against your scalp. And so they've designed it so that it doesn't have that, but it still holds just as well, because as you can see, I'm pulling it and it's not coming loose. It's definitely pretty tight. So that's definitely a plus. So I'm just going to give you a good idea of how big around you can fit it. Now again, it's for it can be for big hair. They have ones that are a little bit wider than this that I would use if you have like really thick curly hair. These are one of the smaller ones, but they're pretty good. So I have a water bottle here. As you can see, it's pretty round. It's a standard size water bottle, and I'm just gonna put the hair tie around it. And as you can see, it fits perfectly. Tight, but you can still fit your finger underneath to pull it off, but it definitely is tight up there. It should be laying flat. So it's a flat design, so you can see that it lays flat right there in the middle of the bottle. It's gonna hold there. It's not gonna pop off or anything, which is great. Now, it's definitely a stretchy fabric. It's pure elastic, so it can stretch really well. You can pull it, you can put it around your ponytail, you can put it on your wrist or wherever you're holding it. Not gonna pop, and it's fabric, so it's not hard. It's not going to damage your hair. It's very soft up against your hair. Definitely the perfect material for a hair tie. So again, these are great for ponytails, for buns. If you need to, you can use more than one of them because they're so light in weight. They weigh nothing, so they're not going to weigh your hair down, and they are really tight, as you can see. Like, the elastic is super tight, so it's going to hold your ponytail or your bun very, very well. You're not going to need to put on another one during the day or try to reuse them. Now, one hair tie should last you a good month to 2 months because the elastic is so firm. it's going to stretch out the first couple of uses because you want it to loosen up a little bit. I'm not a fan of super fresh hair ties. I like to wear one for a while. It starts to kind of like shape to my hair. It starts to stretch out so that when I use it again, after, as I've been using it for a while, it's like the perfect size. I can fit it right on my hair the way that I want to. It's not too big or too small. So you want to, actually break them in. I wouldn't recommend taking them all off the card. I wouldn't recommend taking them all off the card and kind of using, one a day. I would use until, it either stretches out of shape or it breaks or you lose it, because that way you don't waste them, because these do get lost. They're so tiny. They're obviously black. You can get them lost all over your house. You give one to a friend, you never see it again. So I would use the one until, you can't use it anymore, and then go to a fresh one. This one is black. I have dark hair, so I use the black one. You want to use, it just depends on what you like. I like to use one that blends into my hair. I don't want it to stand out and be bright because I don't want it to clash with my outfit. This is black. I use the black ones. They come in like yellow, like a yellowy, goldy color for blonde hair, a brownish tan color for, mousy brown hair, a chocolate color for browner hair. They come in different colors, red, white. Again, me personally, I like to use the ones that look the closest color to my hair, or just black. Black is neutral. You can't see it. You don't notice it. So I use the black ones. I prefer the darker ones, but again, they come in a multitude of shades. There's one for every hair color, which is great. They're really good for thin hair because they are kind of thin, and you can wrap it around a couple times, and it'll hold your hair really well. So again, this is Scoonchy flat design hair ties. Definitely give these a try.